I'm focusing on a case from 2019 involving a 6-year-old boy, Duke Flores. He was autistic and lived in Apple Valley, California. A relative called for a welfare check April 26, 2019. Almost immediately, things shifted from a missing persons to a homicide. The boy's mother, Jackie Contreras, and her twin sister, Jennifer Contreras, were arrested for the murder. Duke apparently died around April 14, 2019. However, the mother did not report him missing until 2 weeks later. She even told Duke's father, who was in the hospital at the time, that he was in a mental hospital getting help. On April 27, 2019, both sisters were arrested for suspicion of murder. Contreras and her sister pleaded not guilty to the murder charge in a Victorville courtroom on May 28, 2019. Eventually, the detective gets a confession, and the details are pretty horrific. Described as a joint effort, Jackie and Jennifer were hanging clothes in the backyard and heard a scream. They ran in and found Duke smothering Jennifer's 9-month-old daughter. Jennifer, the twin sister, then says, "I've got to kill him right away." She apparently put a plastic bag over his head and wrapped a power cord around his neck. Jackie's involvement included wrapping Duke's hand in his second power cord while this was happening, showing deliberate action and intent. They then bury him in their own backyard, wrapped in a blanket and placed in a bag. However, the family's pit bulls kept digging up his body, and on Easter Sunday, they exhumed the body. They took a late-night stroll and dumped his body in a public trash can. Investigators found over 100 internet searches about trash pickup schedules on Duke's iPad. This is objective proof of calculation of intent of concealment and is much stronger than just the confession. Investigators were able to get video surveillance, and it showed 2 adults walking late at night with a stroller and a wagon with a large object towards a public trash bin. This leads to a massive search of approximately 1,200 tons of garbage at the Victorville landfill, searching for weeks to no avail. They eventually suspended the search in June 2019 as unsuccessful. Ironically, the failure to find him supports the disposal confession, and in California law, while a confession alone is not enough for a murder conviction, if you include the corroborating evidence like the video and the searches, this is enough. And in 2021, Duke's father was reportedly in a vegetable state due to his brain aneurysm. And as of November 3rd, 2025, the case remains active, and the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children still lists Duke Flores as missing. Efforts to dismiss the charges in October 2023 were denied, affirming that there is sufficient evidence to proceed with the case. This story is a heart-wrenching case that remains unsolved, with a missing child that will likely never be found.